Brings us to what? Jesus. Yep, this time we're looking at our objectives, what we're expected to learn after this lesson. So by the end of this lesson, you are expected to be able to add and subtract in letters, and next is to be able to multiply and divide in letters. Meaning of capacity. You hear the word capacity and you have this mind escape, like, what's capacity? Is it not a big word? No. Capacity is simply the amount of liquid a container can hold. The quantity of water, the quantity of oil, the quantity of anything that is what? Liquid, that a container can hold. And what we use to measure capacity is what? Liters. We measure in liter. In the lowest form, we measure in milliliter, centiliters, or liters. Yes, you have this drum, big drum you call the butter. Like those of you that have the big bucket in your house where you store your water for future use. When there is no water in the pipe or in the borehole, you get that from the stored container. And when you check that container properly, you will see the number of liters it can contain, the capacity of that container. How much water can it contain? Remember, water is an uncountable noun. We can't count water, but we can measure it. So uncountable nouns, we measure them using cups and containers and other substances. So this time we're talking about liquid, which is example of uncountable noun. And what we use to measure this is what? Liters. Containers in what? Liters. You have your rubber 25 liters, the one that is yellow and having a red cover. We have our bucket of 10 liters with handles. We have other containers. From other containers, this brings us to the what? Our first objective, which is to add and subtract in liters. How do we add and subtract in liters? It's a normal way we add and subtract in liters. Now take a good look at what we have here. They said number one, they said add 4 liters, 345 milliliters, and 3 liters, 230 milliliters. And now what you want to do is to align them according to their liters and milliliters. And we have 4 under liters and 345 under milliliters, 3 under liters for the next measurement, and 250 milliliters on the side under the milliliter. We roll and we add. 5 plus 0 gives us 5. 4 plus 5 gives us 9. 3 plus 2 gives us 5. So here we have 595 milliliters. And now 4 plus 3 gives us 7. Here we have 7 liters. So our total is what? 7 liters, 595 milliliters. So here is another addition. And we have, they said, add 1 liter, 982 milliliters, and 2 liters, 780 milliliters. You align them based on their liters and milliliters. We have 2 plus 0, 2. 8 plus 8 gives us 16. We write 6 and we carry 1 on 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. We write 7 and take 1 to the leaders. 1 plus 1, the one we carried here, is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So here we have 4 liters, 762 milliliters. So now down to subtracting in liters. We have number one problem. They said we should subtract 1 liter 620 milliliters from 3 liters 165 milliliters. So you have to align them on liters and milliliters. You write down the largest number on the top, which is the 3 liters 165 milliliters. Then the lower one, you have to deduct the amount you're deducting from the larger one under here, which is 1 liter 620 milliliters. 5 minus 0 is 5. 6 minus 2 is what? 4. 1 minus 6 is not possible. We borrow 1 from 3, we put it here, we have 11 minus 6 gives us 5. So when we take 1 from this tray, we are left with 2. That is why we have 2 minus 1. That's why we have 1 as our answer right here. This is very simple. Normal way you do your addition and subtraction, that's what you're expected to do here. So all you have to do is just to write in liters and milliliters, not tens and units. Do you understand that? Good. Our example number 2 on subtraction of liters, we have subtract 2 liters 925 milliliters from 5 liters 440 milliliters. So now what you want to do is to write the largest number, the largest form in liters at the foremost top. After you've stipulated your liters and milliliters, then you put in the lowest form, that number you are reducing from the largest number of liters, which is our 2 liters 925 milliliters. So now we start doing what? Subtracting. 0 minus 5 is impossible. We borrow 1 from 5, which leaves us with what? 4. We add that 1 to this 0 here, we have 10. 10 minus 5 is what? 5. So 4 we have here minus 2 gives us what? 2. 4 here minus 9, impossible. We borrow 1 from 5, which leaves 4 here. We put that 1 here, making it 14. 14 minus 9 is what? 5. So we have 4 here left. Remember, that 4 minus 2 is what? 2. You can do this on your own to show your workings that you know how to add and subtract. Good. Let's go to our next slide, which is multiplying and dividing in liters. So multiplication and division of liters. Number 1, they said we should multiply 3 liters 650 milliliters by 7. We stipulated them here. 3 liters 650 milliliters. 7 times 0 is 7. 7 times 5 35. You write 5 carry 3. 7 times 6 is 42 plus 3 is 45. We write 5 and carry 4 up here. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 4 is what? 25. So we are left with 25 liters 550 milliliters. Normal way you multiply in what? Tens and units. We go to this one, we are doing in decimal points. We have 8.846 liters times 3. So we put our liters at the extreme here. We have 3 times 6, 18. We write 8 and we carry 1 at the top. 3 times 4, 12 plus that 1 we carried at the top is 13. We write 3 and carry 1 at the top of 8. 3 times 8 is 24 plus that 1 we carried at the top is 25. We write 5 and carry 2 at the top of this 8 right here. 3 times 8 is 24 plus 2, which is what? 26. And that is what we have here right now. Do you get it? Good. So now let's divide in liters. They said we should divide 9 liters 240 milliliters by 3. So just put your division sign. This. Put 3 at the outside and put your liters and milliliters in the inside. 3 divide 9, 3 liters. 3 divides 24, 8. So 3 divides 0, 0. So we have 3 liters, 80 milliliters left. Do you understand this? Is it interesting? So now don't forget to do your assignment in your class activity session and upload it for marking. Have a nice day, stay safe and stay educated. See you in another tutorial video. Bye for now.